Hello everybody, welcome to Daytona, first race for the Arca series. We are getting ready for qualifying. Real quick, I just want to explain the schedule and the green-white checkered rule. So the schedule, it's only 8 races because of the green-white checkered rule. I don't know how that's going to affect the series, so I didn't want to make the series too long. So maybe season number 2 for the Arca will be a little bit longer. Our current season for this Arca series is Daytona, Bristol, Kansas, Pocono, Martinsville, the Roval, Talladega, and Eldora. So we go to every type of track at least once. The Roval and Eldora and Talladega, the last 3 races, going to be huge wild card races. You could even throw Martinsville into that. The first 2 are going to be wild. Just the entire season, I think it's going to be a pretty big wild card. So now with the green-white checkered rule, if there's a caution and the race were to end under the yellow flag, or there's a crash on the last lap, we would take all the cars that were still running in the race, and we would put them in a green-white checkered finish. So basically, we would have to exit this race. We'd have to save the results. We would exit this race. We would put all the cars into a roster. All of the lap cars that are damaged would be very slow. The ratings would be pretty much almost 0. The cars that were a lap down but not damaged, they would be a little higher than the ones that were damaged and a lap down. Cars that are damaged and on the pace, they'll be just slightly slower, and then everyone else will stay the same as far as their car ratings. We'll reset the race with 2 laps to go, and it would be a double file restart, and then we would go for those final 2 laps. If we have a crash, we would do the same exact process until we had a green flag finish. So that's basically it. Skip past qualifying. I almost hit drive like I was going to race. So, very interesting here. The 34, Alex Bruno, the pole sitter, he was a part-time driver in the Cup Series for season number 1. And he gets the pole here at Daytona. Had some pretty good finishes near the end of the season. The 8 of Dakota Pryor is in the Truck Series. Actually, no, he's not. I'm sorry. It's Nancy Pryor and April Pryor in the Truck Series. Dakota is in this series. He just missed the Truck Series signups, so he is now in Arca for this season. We've got the 1 of Foxy Pirate, the 25 Alvin Jones. Alvin is subbing for his brother Alexander Jones in the Cup and the Truck Series, and he is starting up near the front. We have the 43 of Harry Johnson, was in the Halloween event. We have the 04 Isaiah Williams. We got the 77 Harrison Johnson. The 48 Darvish Jr., part-time driver in the first Cup Series, and he is here in Arca for a full-time ride. Great to see him. 54 of James Prepera Jr. We got the 99 Casey Nanico. The 30 James Weber. The 11 Ethan Lewis. The 69 Eric Jacks, also in the Halloween event. We have the 32 Ash Britt. He was in the Halloween event as well. Same with the 15 of Dave Benjamin Jr. He was in the Halloween race. Number 3 of Luke Parks. We have the 41 of Osman Hamed. The 51 of Mike Pouchot. We've got the 10 of Destiny Borg. The 22 of Mudkip. The 2 of the NASCAR Legends. The 46 Shannon Lowe. I think it's I don't know. Shannon, if you are, I'm not sure if you're a male or female. I know a few people with that name that are both a male and female, so I'm not really sure. I'm just going to go with she. She was in the Halloween event, so she's back here. The 88 of Christian Wilson. 18 of Dale Cole Jr. We've got the 28 Papa Carey. The 7 of Winston Parker. We've got the 33 of John Jackson. The 5 of Colton Harmon. He was in the first season of the Cup Series, and he is in the Truck Series this season. He starts tail end of the field. So we have the command to start the engines. 40 laps is the distance here at Daytona. Should be a wild race, hopefully. Now, we saw the Cup Series race at Daytona a few weeks ago, and that race wasn't that exciting. I mean, it was exciting racing-wise, but there was a lot of 3 and 4 wide racing. but there was no crashes, really. There was one crash, and that was it. A couple times there probably should have been a huge crash, but that did not happen. But it was quite an entertaining race. Great finish at the end of it. And that started off the Cup Series. Truck Series was a little bit more wild. So we'll see what Arca has for us. A lot of drivers making their first start today. So we'll see how that works with these drivers. 28 drivers in the field. Should be a lot of fun here at Daytona. Alex Bruno is the pole sitter. He will start out front in that number 34 car. Dale Cole Jr., the 8, right beside him. Green flag in the air here at Daytona. We are underway for the Arca Series. Race number 1. There's already a car ducking down low. Not sure who that is. It's a yellow car. Now there's a black and a white car down low. They're going to try to make it 3 wide in the first turn, and it's going to work. That is the 77 Harrison Johnson. And it looks like the 30, I think, of, who is that? James Weber, I believe. 3 wide, though. Top line, Dale Cole Jr. holding on the outside. A lot of 3 and 4 wide. I think 4 wide already. No, 3 wide. Just 3 wide racing right now, but a lot of side-by-side action early on here. Yeah, that is the 30 of James Weber down low. He started outside of the top 10. He is almost in the lead already. Look at this now. They're almost 4 wide. James Weber going to dump his number 77 partner. He's going to go down low. 4 wide for the lead here at Daytona. We're only on our second lap. Can they make it without crashing? The 8 and the 34 made some contact. Now it's 4 wide behind the 34 and the 8. This could create a huge mess if they get off the turn wrong. Looks like everybody's going to make it so far. 4 wide. James Weber down low underneath Harrison Johnson. And, oh, I thought they were going to wreck. 77 Harrison Johnson was on the inside line. James Weber, that 30, decided he wanted to go down low, and he wants to lead this race. The 34, Alex Bruno into Harrison Johnson. Huge crash. The 2 is around the 43. Everybody piling in behind them. A massive crash. The 34, Alex Bruno. There's another crash, too. Oh, multiple cars crashing into each other. 18 of Dale Cole Jr. involved. Massive crash. This is going to take a lot of drivers out. The 2 of NASCAR Legends, he's out. Huge pileup early on here at Daytona. The 88, the 5, Colton Harmon, he's involved. I think this is about everyone that's not involved. You see the 77, that is Harrison Johnson. He's in pit road. 34, Alex Bruno, he's in pit road. Their days are done. 48, Darvish Jr., the 51. Some of these drivers have damage. It looks like they might be all right. That car there, the number 2, NASCAR Legends, it looks like his day probably is going to be done. Same with the 18 of Dale Cole Jr. Oh, Dale Cole, I don't know if he's mad at someone. The 8 as well, Dakota Pryor, he's got damage. And just about everybody else here has damage. The 88 of Christian Wilson on the apron. He's got some damage. That 5, Colton Harmon, he is in the top 10. He started in 28th. I believe everybody behind him was involved in that crash. We'll have to see who can get their cars repaired. You see the 34, Alex Bruno, is already retired from the race. Unfortunate. Lap number 2. Let's go see what happened. You see here, Harrison Johnson just came up a little bit. Alex ran out of room. He actually got spun by the 1 of Foxy Pirate. And you see everybody just pile in right there. Alex took a very hard hit into the outside wall. Luckily, we have the safer barriers. Take another look at the crash here. Yeah, the 1, Foxy Pirate, he is the one that started that crash, and everybody just piling in, had nowhere to go. Colton Harmon got a lot of damage there from that hit with the 43, the 33, the 18. Everybody just continues to pile in. My gosh. Let's see what the 2 saw. This is the NASCAR Legends driver. I think he was actually involved in the crash, the first and the last crash. So you see that we're riding on board with the NASCAR Legends driver. A crash happens here. He gets spun around, and at this point in time, he is okay. I'm not sure what happened to him, actually. Oh, there was a crash in front of him. See, about the top 5 made it past. Oh, and that's how he got his damage. I think that's how Colton had got his damage as well. That is how Colton got his damage. Let's watch from his view. Actually, let's watch from the 3. This is Luke Parks. Luke on the outside line, running in last at that point. The crash happens and didn't do a bad job to get past. I mean, he got a tiny bit of damage, but Luke Parks able to get past the crash. You see the 43 spinning in the infield, and yeah, Luke went from 23rd to 8th. So great job for that team. Well, out of the race, early on, the 2 NASCAR Legends, the 18 Dale Cole Jr., the 77 Harrison Johnson, and the 34 of Alex Bruno. Alex got the pole here at Daytona, led the first lap, and was involved in that huge crash. So we're under caution. We've got 24 drivers left. We will be back with the restart. So the lights are off on the pace car. The 30, James Weber, is the race leader. Second, Dave Benjamin Jr. Third is Eric Jacks. Fourth, Destiny Borg. And fifth is the number 1, a Foxy Pirate. And Foxy ended up causing that first crash. So we'll see how many drivers are going to be okay. I know a lot of drivers have damage, but it doesn't look like there's a lot that have massive damage on their cars. So let's actually go through the back of the 88. Christian Wilson, he's got a good bit of damage. The 43, that is Harry Johnson, he was involved. He has a good bit of damage there. That could affect his car. A lot of these drivers do have damage, like to their hood and to the back of their cars, but I think most of these drivers are going to be alright. I don't think there's going to be too much of an issue. So lap number 7 is going to be the green flag. See what happens here. Hopefully we can go green flag for a little while. More than 2 laps. We'll have to see. So the pace car going to come down pit road, and we will start the race back up with lap number 7 out of 40. How many drivers are going to be able to stay with the lead pack? How many cars will we have in the lead pack? Green flag in the air. James Webber gets a huge start over Dave Benjamin. See if any of these drivers start to fall back as they get up to speed. Dave Benjamin running in second behind him. There's 2 wide. Eric Jacks, Foxy Pirate, Destiny Borg on the inside. Here comes Dave Benjamin now on the inside line. He is going to try to get past James Webber for the lead. Looks like most of these drivers might be okay. There's a couple cars back there that have some pretty significant damage and they're kind of off the pace. Dave Benjamin to the lead here at Daytona. But here comes the number 69, Eric Jacks, getting pushed by the 1, Foxy Pirate. He has been very aggressive so far today. But he is pushing cars. He has a pretty quick car from what it looks like. So Eric Jacks now might lead the lap. He barely led that lap over the number 1, Foxy Pirate. Now here comes the 1 trying to overtake the entire front row and try to block every line. The inside line now is coming with a huge run. Here comes the 51. No, I'm sorry, that is the 54 of James Prepara Jr. And they're 4 wide yet again here at Daytona for second. Can they make it without crashing? I think they will this time. The 69 Eric Jacks very wisely backs off a little bit. And now they're back down to 3 wide. We almost saw another crash. Now the 28, that is Papa Carey. He is out front here at Daytona. Inside line looking pretty quick right now. Dare I try to do this. We're going to see how slow some of these drivers are. 88 Christian Wilson, very slow on the track. Dakota Pryor and Harry Johnson, they're not too slow. Got 21 cars up front here in this lead pack. And all of them are racing so close. Again, 4 wide. Can we make it without crashing? There's multiple rows now, 4 wide. James Webber, that 30, he is stuck back there behind this 4 wide racing. I didn't think we would see any more 4 wide. Here comes the 22 Mudkip. Here comes a few other drivers as well up towards the front. If you're watching this race now, you would think we're on the last lap. But we still have 31 laps to go here at Daytona. I think we're about to see our second crash. 69 Eric Jacks back out front again. Here comes the 3 of Luke Parks. They are racing very aggressively up here in this pack. Can they get around without crashing? Can they work around the 4 wide and maybe get down to 3 wide? If they can do that, they'll be all right. I think they did it. They did for now. They're back down to 3 wide. These Arca cars putting on a great show here at Daytona. Yeah, the Cup race and the truck race were a little more calm than this, but this is the newer Super Speedway package that we're using for the rest of the season. So at all the other Super Speedway tracks and all series, you will see this type of racing for the most part. Again, 4 wide. Look at the 54 James Prepara Jr. He is right in the middle. This is at the front of the field. I think they can make it. They've made it so far without crashing. 30 laps to go here at Daytona, and 4 wide. Can they make it? So far, they're all right, but my gosh, this 4 wide racing is crazy. Here comes the 41 of Osman Hamed on the inside line. At 41, he is getting pushed by the 99 Casey Nanico. The 30 of James Webber. This is some incredible racing here at Daytona. Osman gets out front. The 3 of Luke Parks stuck on the outside of this 4 wide situation. Shannon Lowe's right there as well. If we have a crash in the front of this field, that's pretty much going to take everybody out of this race. Oh, they're making some contact there. That's the 46 Shannon Lowe. I think that's the 3 of Luke Parks. They hit each other just a little bit down the backstretch, but they're still going all right. A couple cars have been out of the race. Oh, there's a car that had a something happened, mechanical failure or a tire. Who is that? That's the 04 of Isaiah Williams. I don't think that's a scheduled pit stop. So he will come down pit road. He will more than likely lose a lap unless they crash. The 7 of Winston Parker now on the inside. That's that green and black car, making it 4 wide yet again. They are catching a slow car, and that is going to probably in itself cause a crash. Look at up front here. 15, Dave Benjamin Jr. trying to get past Destiny Borg. Racing has settled down to 3 wide now. Everybody should try to get down to 2 wide, but they don't have enough time. Here is that slow lap car. And a 30, James Webber, he is going to get by the lap car very easily. Everybody else stuck behind the lap car. This could create an issue. And now the one of the cars off pit road. Actually, I think it's the only car that was on pit road. That's the 04 Isaiah Williams. He is off of pit road. Here comes the 54 of James Rapera Jr. flying past James Webber. James was by himself, and when you're by yourself, you lose a lot of ground, and he is going to go from first to probably about 5th place after all of this is done with. A lot of cars back here trying to get past the lap car. That is the 88 Christian Wilson. Everybody gets past. I think everyone's going to be able to get back up to this lead pack without losing the draft. 04 Isaiah Williams, he's going to go a lap down. 54 James Prepare, getting past him. Isaiah should just be able to merge in with this pack. It is going to slow this pack down a little bit. Isaiah's not slow. He's not as slow as the lead cars here, but he wasn't up to speed all the way, and that slowed down this pack. So now the 28 of Papa Carey in second place. He is probably going to get past the leader, James Preparo, without any issues. And he does. Now the 10, Destiny Borg in second. She's on the inside line. She's trying to take the lead away. The pack basically forms back up, and we've got 4 wide yet again. Dave Benjamin on the inside line. Darvish Jr.'s there. That's a 54, James Prepara. He fell back a little bit. 4 wide racing. That is unbelievable. 4 wide on the second lap, and they crashed, and they've been 4 wide numerous times since the restart without any crashes. Darvish Jr., the 28, almost made contact there. Luke Parks, number 3, he has fallen back a little bit, and I think he might lose the draft unless he is just trying to ride this out for a little bit, see what happens up front. Still 3 wide. There's another lap car a little bit further ahead that they're about to catch. We'll have to see if that impacts this field. Luke Parks able to kind of catch up a little bit. He gained about a half a second that time. So Luke Parks should still be in this lead pack. We've got 21 cars in this pack. The number 8, that is Dakota Pryor. He is almost a lap down. He will be the next car to go 1 lap down. See 3 cars right now, a lap down. The 04 Isaiah Williams. He is in this lead pack. He's just hoping he is not involved in a crash if one were to happen. The 88 Christian Wilson, the 43 of Harry Johnson, are a lap down and damaged. And Dakota Pryor will be next. 21 cars in this lead pack. Getting close to the halfway point in this race. 3 wide for the lead, Destiny Borg on the outside line. She is trying to hold on to the lead. Here comes the 15, Dave Benjamin. And the 46, Shannon Lowe. Dave has been very fast so far today. Able to get past the first crash without any incident. Here comes the 22 of Mudkip. 4 wide for the lead. Is he going to wisely back off, or is he going to keep going? I think he is. Now it's 4 wide for third. Destiny Borg on the outside. The 32, I think that is. 32 of Ash Britt. He's there. 4 wide. Here's a lap car. What's going to happen? Will they wreck before they get to that lap car? 3 and 4 wide. Where do you go if you're 4 wide? You don't have anywhere to go. Dave Benjamin out front. He is going to get past the 8 of Dakota Pryor without any issues. They're still 4 wide back here. They're able to, for the most part, get by. The 8 is just a little slower than these cars. I don't think anyone's going to lose the draft here. Hopefully not. But the 15, Dave Benjamin, and back out front. Nobody came down pit road during that first caution, so we'll have to see if anybody makes a green flag pit stop. That could be a possibility here in the next 10 or 15 laps. And that could actually end this race. See the 8, he is still blocking most of these drivers. The 25 of Alvin Jones, he's got a little bit of damage to his car, but he is still in this pack. The 8 of Dakota Pryor now pretty much up to speed. He might be able to merge in with this pack and stay with them. Hopefully he doesn't fall back anymore. Meanwhile, the 69 Eric Jacks, he is the leader of this race, getting pushed by the 99, and I think that's the 15, Dave Benjamin still. No, that's a 04, my bad, of Isaiah Williams. So Isaiah Williams on the outside, right behind that green and black 3. Right behind the green and black 69. Now beside the green and black 69. He is a lap down, trying to get his lap back. And right now, he would have his lap back. He is hoping for a caution flag if he is not involved. Right in front of these leaders is the next lap car, but I think he might be coming down pit road. He's got an issue. Is that going to stack anyone up? No, it does not. Now here comes the 1. The 1 now leading this race. That is Foxy Pirate. Caused the first crash on lap number 2. Luke Parks back here. He is 4 wide for a second. He is making a little bit of contact with Shannon Lowe. Oh! And they made some contact with the 22 of Mudkip. They did not crash. They almost crashed. I don't know if they might have scraped the wall just a little bit. Up front, there's more 4 wide. I don't think they're going to make it this time. They are starting to race really close. We're a little over halfway in this race. The 54 James Prepare on the inside. Is he going to get turned around? No, not yet. They're still going forward without any issues through the tri-oval now. The 1, the 51 side by side for the lead. This is crazy racing up front. They're catching a couple more cars that are either a lap down or pretty close to being a lap down. Oh, there's a crash. The 48, Darvish Jr.'s around. A few more drivers around as well. Oh, and Dave Benjamin up into the wall hard. And that is going to cause a huge crash. Oh, the 69, Eric Jacks. No, that's the 7, I'm sorry. 7, Winston Parker. 54, James Prepare involved. The 51 of Mike Pouchot. He's involved. Huge crash. Second caution of the day. Shortly after we reach the halfway point, 88, Christian Wilson almost went another lap down. Huge break for some of these drivers. Darvish Jr., he was spun around. I don't think Darvish has a lot of damage. 46, Shannon Lowe involved. I don't think Shannon has damage. See right here, the 41. Osman Hamed. Heavy damage on his car. 30 of James Weber. He's got some damage. The 7. Winston Parker has damage. The 54, James Prepare. The 51 of Mike Pouchot. Unfortunate, Dave Benjamin, the 15. Probably one of the fastest drivers. One of the ones to win this race, I would have thought. He is out of the race. Well, let's go back. Let's show you first off what happened to Darvish Jr. Darvish was the first part of that crash. See, Darvish is on the inside. They're 4 wide. They, for the longest time, about 15 laps, had been making it 4 wide without any issues. A couple cars got together, and when you're 4 wide, you don't have much room at all. Most of these cars back here, the 48 Darvish Jr., the 54, and the 51, they slid to a stop. Oh, they made a little bit of contact there. but I think they'll be all right. Now with Dave Benjamin, he had almost gotten turned around. He got hit by the 41 Osman Hamid. He went through the grass, and there's nowhere you can go when you are in the grass. Hit the wall hard. Osman hit the wall. Oh, and then Dave got hit yet again. The 30 James Weber, he was involved. Riding on board with James Weber. See, the wreck starts happening there, and he got pretty lucky there, able to miss the crash, and then you see the 15 in the grass. 15 comes up, and ooh, James actually hit the wall pretty hard. So the 1 Foxy Pirate is the race leader, the 69 Eric Jack second. Third is the 11 of Ethan Lewis. The 04 is a lap down. The 25 is fourth. That is Alvin Jones. He's having a great run right now. He has some damage to his car, but he is still in the pack. The 22 Mudkip is in fifth place. Sixth place is the 3 of Luke Parks. Seventh place, the 10 of Destiny Borg. The 8th place, the 28 of Papa Carey. 9th place is the 5 of Colton Harmon, and 10th place is the 33 of John Jackson. So we're nearing the end of this race. It's been a pretty quick race so far. See if we have another crash, another caution. 15 Dave Benjamin retires from the race, and same with the 7 of Winston Parker. They are both out of this race. 22 cars are left. Pace light's still on the pace car, so we'll be back with about a half a lap until green. So getting ready here for the restart. Be lap number 28 out of 40, 13 laps to go. 4 cars are a lap down. 04 Isaiah Williams trying to get his lap back. The 8 of Dakota Pryor, not too slow. Same with that 43 of Harry Johnson. They're not too slow, not too far off the pace. The 88 Christian Wilson, though, he is about 30 miles an hour off the pace. So he could cause some issues here with this restart. See, 22 drivers left in this race. 18 are on the lead lap. Number 1 leading this race caused the first crash that took a lot of drivers out of contention. A lot of these drivers have escaped crashes or, well, they've been in crashes as well. The 25, Alvin Jones, he's running in 4th place. He's got a little bit of damage on his car from the first crash, and he's in the top 5. So right now it could be anybody's race still. Lap cars on the inside, hopefully they do not cause any issues on the restart. Green flag back in the air. The 1 of Foxy Pirate going to lead the field to the green. See how many cars can get past the lap cars without any issue. It looks like Mudkip's down low. A lot of cars now down low. They're behind the lap car of Christian Wilson. Looks like a lot of cars might get stuck back there. Hopefully not. See, Colton Harmon, he was in 9th place. He is going to fall back and probably be out of the top 10 or 15. A lot of cars able to get by, though, so we'll see. Christian Wilson goes down low. He blocks the 5, the 48, and the 41. There go the 5. Everybody now going to get past Christian. Looks like we have our pack, though, up front here. It's not a big pack, so a lot of these drivers back there are probably going to be able to catch up to some of these drivers. Foxy Pirate out front. Eric Jack second. Third is the 11 of Ethan Lewis. 4th place, Alvin Jones, and 5th place is Luke Parks at number 3. 3 wide for the most part up front. Everybody did get past Christian Wilson, so we'll have to see if they can all get back into one big pack. They're all pretty much single file right now. Battle for the lead. Here comes Eric Jacks on the inside line. Now here comes the 11 of Ethan Lewis, 3 wide for the lead. Starting to race pretty hard up front again. And there's still a lot of drivers trying to catch up. Here comes the 54 James Purpura. He is now up with his field of cars. Looks like Darvish Jr. back there in the 48. He is in 15th place. He has not been able to catch back up yet. So it looks like there might only be about 14 cars in this lead pack. 15 if you count the lap car of Isaiah Williams. Not a lot of movement with anybody here. A lot of drivers just single file, double file. Eric Jack's running in second. He's trying to get the lead. The 28. That is Papa Carey. He is trying to get past Casey Nanik. Oh, there's a big crash. Huge crash. That was a very hard hit. Oh, and a couple other cars. Colton Harmon involved in it. I think that was the 30 of James Weber. The 28, 22 Mudkip. The 43 of Harry Johnson. 28 Papa Carey. He had a hard hit. James Weber involved. That's the 32 of Ashbrit. You see Mudkip, the 51, Mike Pouchot. That's actually the 46. I'm sorry, the 46, Shannon Lowe involved. That's Papa Carey. Colton Harmon, the number 5, he has got a lot of damage. The 88, Christian Wilson, able to get past all that. My gosh. Well, we're going to have a restart with less than 10 to go. I'm not sure what happened there. I just saw Papa Carey turn hard right into the wall. So third caution of the race. It's going to be a restart with a few laps to go. This could create a lot of interesting stuff. And with Christian Wilson being on the tail end of the lead lap and damaged. He's not going to be in the way of any of these leaders up front. Now, let's see if anybody comes down pit road real quick before we look at the replay. So that could very well happen as well. We could have a lot of drivers come down pit road for fuel and tires, or at least just fuel. This could be a fuel mileage race. So the one of Foxy Pirates still out front. Eric Jack second, Destiny Borg third, fourth is Ethan Lewis, and fifth Luke Parks. Doesn't look like anybody is coming down pit road other than some of the damaged cars. Well, that's the 51. He is damaged. Let's go back and look at Papa Carey. He was, like I said, the first car that spun around. I don't know what happened to him. He turned hard right. Oh, we got hit by, who was that? Mudkip hit him. Ooh, hard hit for Shannon. Oh, and a hard hit again for Shannon. Shannon got hit very hard there. I don't know who that was that hit Shannon. We'll have to look again. But yeah, you see Shannon, or not Shannon, Mudkip, the 22 went down low, hit Papa right there, and Shannon comes down low. Oh, got hit by, I think that was the 32, Ash Barrett. James Weber had a huge hit. Go on board with Shannon Lowe right behind the 22 of Mudkip. See, Mudkip just spun Papa Carey out, and Shannon did not have a hard hit until right there. That was a hard hit, and then, my gosh. Ride on board with the 28 Papa Carey. See what he saw in that crash. He made a move underneath Casey Nanico, and bam. A couple hard hits there to the outside wall. Oh, and I think that might have been the 5 of Colton Harmon that hit him pretty hard. Show you again, we're riding back here with the 5 of Colton Harmon. He was out of the draft from the restart. James Weber did not slow down. James hit hard. Oh, Colton hit very hard as well on the 28 of Papa Carey. Well, this could create some issues because Colton Harmon's third in line, and he's got a ton of damage on his car. I believe he's a lap down. So the 30 of James Weber retired from the race. The 28 Papa Carey, the 46 Shannon Lowe. Those 3 drivers out of the race. I see Colton's 1 lap down. Hopefully he hit pretty hard. I don't think he's going to be able to stay with this lead pack. Not a lot of cars left. Looks like there's only 19 cars left. Single file restart when we get the 1 to go. In the meantime, we will be back. So the pace lights are off on the pace car. We're going to get a restart with 5 laps to go. It's been a very exciting, very fun race. A lot of cars out of the race. 19 left, and there's only 13 on the lead lap. That 5, the number 5 in the third row, that's Colton Harmon. He was involved in that last crash, and he is, I believe, pretty far off the pace. He is a lap down. So we'll have to see if he can move out of the way for everybody or what. If he doesn't move out of the way, this could be up to the 1 of Foxy Pirate or the 69 of Eric Jacks. On the last restart we saw, it took about 5 or so laps for everyone to kind of get back into one big group. So have to see if that happens again. A couple of the other slower cars are back here. The 88 Christian Wilson is probably the slowest car on the track right now. A lot of other cars, though, are damaged. We don't have a lot of cars left in this race. So 19 cars left, but there's only probably 12 cars that can actually stay with the lead pack. It's going to be interesting. It should be a very wild finish, I would think. So field coming out of turn number 4, getting ready for the restart. This should be the final restart unless we have a caution. If we have a crash at any point in this race before the checkered flag, we will have a green-white checkered finish with a double file restart. The 1 of Foxy Pirate leading the field to the green flag. We are back underway here at Daytona. We're going to watch the 5 and see if everyone can get past him. Luke Parks is going to get stuck behind him for the time being. So far, everyone else, though, able to get past. Luke is going to lose a lot of positions. He is going to be outside of the top 10 by the time he gets past the 5 of Colton Harmon. The 51 now. These are all damaged cars back here. Colton Harmon has a lot of damage. I think he might even be slower than Christian Wilson right now. Meanwhile, up front, the 1 of Foxy Pirate going to try to hold off everybody. And they are coming pretty quick. The 11 Ethan Lewis now on the inside line. Here comes the 10 of Destiny Borg for second and now possibly even first. She got a pretty good run on the backstretch. Was able to get past that 5. Now she is battling for the lead side by side with Foxy. 4 more laps to go here at Daytona. Can the rest of these cars further back here get into the lead pack and battle for the win? Remember, if that 04 Isaiah Williams can get to the front, we have a caution. He'll be on the lead lap. And he has a shot to win then. But right now he has a lap down. What is going to happen? They are side by side for the lead. Destiny Borg on the inside, Foxy Pirate on the outside. Behind that 1 on the outside, the 69, Eric Jacks. Behind the 10, it's the 11 of Ethan Lewis. So if all these drivers can get into this pack, well, 14 cars in this lead group. Go back here, you see some of these drivers very slow. A couple of the damaged cars are drafting with each other. Up front, it looks like it's just going to be too wide for the rest of the race unless somebody makes a huge move. Darbush Jr., that 48, he is in the top 10. He was involved in the one crash. He is up in the top 10. Unfortunately for Luke Parks, he is 6 seconds back in 12th place. So his only shot is if we have a caution. If we have a caution at the end of this thing, it's going to be another restart, and we should have a few more contenders here. Luke Parks running in the top 5, stuck behind the 5 of Colton Harmon, and now he is 6 seconds back in 12th place. 2 more laps left here at Daytona. It is still the 10 and the 1. 10, Destiny Borg led that lap that time by. She does not have as much drafting help as the top line. Darbush Jr. now going to go to the inside line. The 1 holding on to the lead this time by going to be the white flag. The next flag will not end it. It depends on what it is. If it's the white and then the checkered or the white and a yellow. Side by side, Destiny Borg trying all she can to get past that 1 of Foxy Pirate. And right now, Destiny leading that lap yet again, just by a very small margin. Look at Darvish Jr. on the inside. He's going to make it 3 wide further in the back, but they're 2 wide elsewhere. I don't think anyone else is going to jump out. Maybe they will. Darvish is stuck on the inside by himself. He's going to go back up in line. The 1 gets a run off of turn number 2. Now here comes the 11, I believe it is. Or the 25, I'm sorry. Here comes the 25 of Alvin Jones on the inside line. But now Darvish is up top. It's going to be, I believe, just a double file finish. Alvin has no drafting help whatsoever. To the line, is it going to be the 1 of Foxy Pirate or the 10 Destiny Borg? I think it's going to be the Foxy Pirate, number 1 driver. He will win here at Daytona. So no green, white, checkered finish this time. We'll have to see if it happens at Bristol next week. Foxy Pirate, the number 1, wins the race. Destiny Borg, 2nd. 3rd, Eric Jacks. 4th, Ethan Lewis. 5th, James Prepera. They are the top 5. Casey Nanico in 6th. 7th is John Jackson. 8th place, Alvin Jones. 9th, Darvish Jr. 10th place, Osman Hamid. He was 10 seconds back. 11th place, Luke Parks. 12th, Mudkip. 13th is Mike Pouchot. 14th is Isaiah Williams. 15th is Dakota Pryor. 16th, Harry Johnson. 17th, Colton Harmon. 18th, Ash Britt. 19th, Christian Wilson. And you see everyone else out of the race. Well, this was not the truck race or the cup race. It was about like the truck race. Pretty wild. A huge crash early on. So, big race in the books already. Race number 1 out of 8 for the Arca series. We will get the points up for you guys in just a moment. I want to say thank you all to everybody that watched. And hopefully everybody liked it. This is the Arca series. It is what we call the developmental series. Whoops. Daytona, whatever. So, race 1 in the books here. A photo finish between Foxy Pirate and Destiny Borg and Eric Jacks. Let's get you guys the points, and then we will see you guys at Bristol. Stay tuned.